Hey guys, welcome back to Tomorrow 16. I am your host Javon, and today we're back for a franchise video today. Today we'll be testing out the Tomb Raider Trilogy for the PC. Today we'll be testing those out, as you can see on my NVIDIA GTX 1070. We have a bit of an undervolt with and a bit of an overclock to give me the extra boost. Basically, it runs the same as if I have it at stock settings, but it's quite nice, honestly. I like it quite a bit. We're going to be testing this on the Intel Core i3-10105, clocked at 4.2 gigahertz. I'm running with 32 gigabytes of DDR4 memory up to speeds of 2667 megahertz, and it's going to be a fun time. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's jump into the first video. First, we start off with Tomb Raider 2013. We're running at 1080p on the ultimate preset right off the bat because this game can run on a toaster. It does get a bit crazy when you raise the settings a bit higher though, but hey, Tomb Raider 2013 still looks solid and will run at over 150 FPS on average. That is nice. Nice. The GTX 1070 is nice, man. I've been wanting to do a video like this for a while now where I tested all of my GPUs on this, even integrated graphics, but I'm like, But here we are. Tomb Raider is the easiest one. I was going to do it with Far Cry, but Far Cry, there's way too many games. But this one runs solid. Look at it. Still over 100 FPS at 1080p. That is it. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I wanted to kill that guy so bad that I just neglected everything else. I did not kill him with that. I know I did not kill him with that. There you go. Okay, now we can move on. I also love this area. This is why I decided to test this one here. One where a bunch of enemies are attacking all at once. Always does great for me. Still holds up quite well. Oh crap, getting shot from everywhere, getting stabbed, getting hit. There you go. We are dipping below 150. We're hitting more in the 130s range at this point though, so that is something to keep in mind. But this is doing amazing. Like I said, I have an undervolt for this and an overclock, so it kind of balances itself out quite nicely, just so that my temps aren't as high. But the game is running solid. I can't really complain here. We're going to move on to Rise of the Tomb Raider now, which are obviously going to be the harder ones to test. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. I'm using 1.6 gigabytes of VRAM. Like, it's a 2013 game. It's not going to be demanding or anything like that, but it runs really solidly. I'm going to need y'all to die real quick. Come on, he's dead. There you go. So I have to say it's more like around 130 FPS on average, 35-ish. Especially when things get really demanding. It hasn't dipped below 130 though, so I guess worst case scenario, it'll still be over 130. But that was poor. Why? What? That was also strange. Lara keeps dipping to the side. Anyway, let's move on to the next game. As we move on once again, we're running Rise of the Tomb Raider at 1080p using FXAA on the very high preset. So once again, we're maxing it out. And let's see what happens. Once again, we are getting over 100 FPS, but it is getting closer to 100. It's not looking like it's gonna stay at 100, considering this isn't as extremely a very demanding area. But I was too lazy to go any further into the game. But this one seems to be running well as well. Once again, this is 1080p max settings, and we're getting close to 100 FPS. Will it drop below 90 in here? Probably. It may just well do so. Yes, it will. We've hit 89, so 88. Oh wow, we're going even lower. Okay. So 1080p max is a bit hard for the GTX 1070. I say that, but we're getting over 60 FPS with these. It just means that Shadow of the Tomb Raider is probably gonna it's gonna be interesting to run at max as well. But I'm gonna use the benchmark for Shadow of the Tomb Raider just to see how that one goes. Wow, we are dipping. We are still dipping. Sometimes I think if I left it at native, it probably would run better, but you know. Like I could have done the test without the extra, without just so that without worrying about the temperatures, but I just thought that this probably is the best. This is how I actually use my GPU. I thought this is probably best case scenario to avoid this. So I'm just gonna play it like this. And we're gonna hope for the best. Some areas will probably even run better than this. Like the next area. The Soviet installation is probably going to be an issue, but we are running with DirectX 11 as well, so keep that in mind. I actually can't remember which one affects the most, DirectX 11 or 12. Not sure which one is the most demanding or which one runs better at this moment in time, so also keep that in mind. I just got Lara. Oh wow, oh gosh, I thought I just got Lara killed. That was sheer panic on my part. I literally thought I got Lara killed. I was like, not in this. Come on. We're only using 3.3 gigabytes of VRAM. And I imagine that'll go. I remember when this was the problem with VRAM, and they were like, hey, you do very high settings. It's like, nah, bro, you're gonna use over 4 gigs. It's like, wait, what? But I don't got 4 gigs. I got integrated graphics. I do love that graph though. Look how smooth that graph is. No hiccups or anything. It's just really smooth. Love that. But anyway, let's move over to Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Okay guys, and here we are finally with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Today we're also running this one at 1080p on the highest preset. We're using TAA, and I am using DirectX 12 for this backend. Trust me, use DirectX 12. I just tested this on DirectX 11. DirectX 12 is much better. Like the performance is crazy different. DirectX 12 and 11 for me with my CPU is the difference between a CPU bottleneck and a GPU bottleneck. It's insane. But anyway, we're going to test this one out now and we'll do this as the final video. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe if you made it this far. And yeah, let's get into the benchmark. It's always nice to see the performance, man. So once again, this is 1080p highest settings. Well, you can definitely see that TA and motion blur. We are hitting over 80 FPS right now. 70, will we drop into the 60s? Now, like I said, my CPU can be a bottleneck in this game, especially where there's areas with a lot of NPCs. But with DirectX 12, it's not. That's not nearly as much, trust me. And when I ran this with DirectX 11, I was hitting in the 50s right now in certain areas. And here, we stay 10 FPS ahead. Sometimes, most of the time it's like 5, but we do stay ahead over 60. Even in this area here, it still runs at 60. Are we going to dip below? We are hitting 60. We hit 59, and then we're about to 60 just before it ended. So we did hit 59 in that benchmark. But that was it for like a split second. So that was more consistent to 60 FPS. That was good. The VRAM utilization in this game is insane. We're using about, I think the highest I saw was 6.6 gigabytes, which it seems to be right here right now as well. That's massive. This came out in 2018, and we were using this 6 gigs in 2018, man. That's insanity. Regardless, we are hitting quite high right now. 77 FPS. So the GTX 1070 is quite capable. I love this, that it can still run all these games at the max settings. I didn't have to drop anything. Everything was at the max. And that's good stuff. Now this area here, obviously, once again, we'll run into a CPU bottleneck here. But it's not as bad. Believe me, this was the biggest area that I saw where this performed DirectX 11. Like, I was getting 20 extra frames with DirectX 12 compared to DirectX 11. It was insane. Not right here, but as soon as we get down to the village area, I was dropping into the 40s with DirectX 11, which is why I had to do over this video. I'm like, oh no, do this again, please. Because you can see my CPU is in the 70s, but because of DirectX 12, the GPU utilization is just so much higher here. Here I was getting in my 50s in the DirectX 11. and it just stays. It's quite impressive, if I'm being honest with you. So you can get over 60 even with this CPU. You can expect over 60 FPS at all times, basically at all times playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. On the highest settings. I wouldn't recommend playing on the highest settings, but it is possible. Look at that. I was in my 40s right here. But once again, I just like to put this out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I wanted to do something new today. I just felt like doing a franchise. I've been trying to do this for a while now. I wanted to leave a comment down below if you'd like to see me do more franchises like this. I want to also do it on integrated graphics as well. Test it out there and see how that performs. You know, that'd be very funny considering I have a lot of people watch for the low end videos. So that'd be interesting to see. But yeah, that was Shadow of the Tomb Raider. 91% GPU bound. So only 9% CPU bound. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. That's actually more than last time. When I tested it, I got 86 just previously. That's actually quite good. An average FPS is 78, even on the highest settings. That is impressive. The GTX 1070, man, for the win. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and stick around for more epic content. Once again, leave a comment down below if you'd like to see me do anything specific. You want to see me do more stuff like this, I'd be more than obliged to. See you guys next time.